Hey guys, Taylor Merritt here from Sweaty as a Mother, and much anticipated video. I've put out blogs about Diastasis Recti and kind of what it is and ways to kind of start bringing that gap together. All right, before we get started, we're gonna kind of go over the abdominals. This is Marley, she's my oldest. I've got three, so Marley, how old are you? She's 3. I have Jackson, he's gonna be 2 this Friday, and then we have an almost 11-week-old. So, our core. So we've got our rectus abdominis, those are like the 6-pack abs on the top. We have our obliques that make up the sides, and then we have the transverse abdominis that wraps, it's underneath, it's like the closest to when you're pregnant, your baby, to your organs. So we have that transverse abdominis. And then we have the lena alba, which runs, it's the connective tissue down the middle of your abs on the top. And so that is when you're pregnant, right? We have a baby in our belly. It stretches, and a lot of people think that's bad to have that, but it has to happen. So when our bellies are getting bigger and bigger, that connective tissue is kind of what helps the abs separate. And then normal, it would go back together. But in some instances, it stays disconnected. And I'm going to show you how to check on that, whether you're 6 weeks postpartum or 6 months, 6 years, you can still check and heal it. So here we go. Remember, when you're going down to the ground, especially when you think you might have this, you want to make sure that you lay down to your side and then roll over to your back, so you're not doing like a sit-up, and that can cause more damage to your core. You're going to lie on your back. We'll start with the belly button area. So I'm going to just bring my head up and I'm looking up. You're not doing a crunch. You're not doing a full sit-up, okay? Because that can be too. So you're just going to keep your shoulders on the ground and that chin is going to come up. I'm going to feel in between. So right now my belly button, I have about a two finger gap. So still working on healing that. Right below, I have about, you can see I'm feeling there. It's really about a finger and a half, not even. And then my upper, there's none. So I've closed that up at the top. So I'm just right now working on exercises where I can bring that together. You saw my video on splinting, so there's that video that can teach you kind of how you can start bringing it together, and other things like that. So not only is it important to check the finger gap, it's also very important, this is actually a big deal because some people might only have a finger gap, but they actually could have really deep depth or tension in their core. So that is how far your 2 fingers go in when you're pressing. So sometimes, you might have really good tension, and that's a great sign. And then on the other hand, you might have, so I'm going to check mine again, keep the shoulder blades down, I'm looking up, I'm going to start at my belly button. And again, it's not going far in there. So that's good. It's about my fingertip, and that's where I have about that 2-inch gap. Okay, and then right here, it's a little deeper right below my belly button. I'd say right past the fingertip. And then up at the top, again, there's great tension I have here. So that's something to check for. Not only important is the gap and the width of it, but it's also the depth and tension that you have. So that's, again, something that you can work on as you bring that together, and that lena alba can come back, and you'll have that strong core and get rid of that pooch, prevent that incontinence and things like that. So if you guys have any questions, please let me know. Thank you, Marley, for helping today, and cheers to a great day, guys.